Alright, hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing some geoguesser, so it should be pretty fun. With that being said, let's get right into it. Alright. We look right here. This is either Taiwan or Japan. Let's see here. This is in fact Japan. I'm going to go with Osaka. Okay, it was Koriyama. Okay, let's see. You see the Hollywood sign, so we can go with LA. I'm too lazy to go right, maybe up here. Alright, 15 miles away, that's pretty solid. Alright, this looks like somewhere in Europe. Maybe Belgium. Let's see here. Oh. Brussels, Paris. Alright, our best guess, I guess, is to go with Paris. I'm not 100% sure though. Alright, 2 miles. That's pretty solid. It was in fact Paris. And if we can go look over this sign over here, it appears we are driving on the. Let's see here. I can't actually tell what side we're driving on just yet. Hopefully this sign should clarify, because I still haven't passed it yet. Okay, this means, I'm pretty sure that doesn't mean that means we are probably in South Africa, depending on what side of the car we're driving on. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just go with South Africa. Especially since I don't see, wait. No, okay. I'm almost positive that this is not South Africa, but I'm too lazy to figure it out, so I guess we'll go up here. It's probably somewhere in South America. Oh, nope, we were right. Alright, it was South Africa. Nice. Alright. I need to learn my flags, so I can't 100% tell this one. Pretty sure this is Taiwan. It could potentially be India. It could. Let's see here. Taiwan has something specific about it. I forget. It is either Taiwan or India. Okay. It's India. I guess we'll go maybe right about here. See if we're right. Oh, nope, it was in fact Thailand. Okay. That's strange. The script looked like Indian script. But let's see here. Yeah, that's a pretty solid game, I guess. It was decent. Alright. Play another game. We're gonna do some Google car practice, so yeah, we'll do that. Alright, everyone. I'm gonna teach you guys what's known as a Google car meta. So basically, there's a way to tell based off of cars you see. You can often tell. So what I'm gonna start off with is first of all, is if you see the Google car has red rear view mirrors, and we call these roof racks, and see how there's a stripe, like it looks like almost like a rope in the middle of it is black. With those two things together, or just the striped part, that means that we are in fact in Mongolia. So that should be a pretty good tip. So I guess we'll just go ahead and guess there. I'm pretty sure it's not in that city, but okay. It's near the outskirts of the city. Let's see here. Now, as you can see, this doesn't have a huge stripe in the middle. But this thing, you can tell this is the front of a car, right? And seeing this right here, when it's in the front, keep in mind, in the front, that means that, let me think actually. It's either Ecuadorial or Ghana, or Reunion, or Ghana. I'm pretty sure it's Ecuadorial. If it's a front, I think it's Ecuador. Nope, okay. If it is in fact in the front, that means it's Ghana. If it's in the back, it's in, let's see here, Reunion. Okay, now, if you see roof racks right here, and this, we call this a snorkel on the left or right side, that means that it has to be in Kenya. And Kenya is right here, so we'll just go for right here. Alright. Okay. And in the next video, if you actually get some views on this, I can teach you the sun meta, and you can tell where you are based off of sun. So basically, if you see the two rear view mirrors and these little things, the roof racks, just regular, no stripe in them, it's either Senegal, Guatemala, right here, or Kyrgyzstan, which is right here. And if it's pretty gloomy, like it is now, that means it's most likely Kyrgyzstan. It's not usually Senegal, and yeah. Guatemala kind of looks like Mexico. I'm pretty sure it's Kyrgyzstan. Yep, it was Kyrgyzstan. But yeah, if it's pretty gloomy, and this, because in Guatemala typically the skies are shining, all that, right? And this isn't a very good example. If you look in the front, right? In the front of a car, if you see a little blend of like blue, green, and white, just a little, that means that you have to be in Sri Lanka, which is right under here. And typically, you know, in Sri Lanka, you get little roads like this, so it's pretty hard to tell where you are in Sri Lanka. So I typically just go for Colombo, and it was up down here, but you know, you can't really tell that well. But yeah, and there are a couple other ones that I don't think were shown in here, but I'll just play an extra game so you guys can get the hang of it. There's a couple ways to tell what is Ukraine. So as you can see, no stripe mirrors, that means that this is Kyrgyzstan. It could be Guatemala. Once again, it looks pretty gloomy, so I'm gonna go Kyrgyzstan. Alright, was Kyrgyzstan. And there's another way to tell if it's Mongolia, which is, one sec. Alright, this doesn't actually show the car, but you can tell by the script and the signs, and it's pretty tropical, which would mean that it was either Malaysia or Indonesia. But since it's not English, that means it would be in Sri Lanka. And let's see here. Now, seeing as it is in the front, that means, let's see, it should be Ghana. Alright, what's Ghana? And there is in fact another way to tell, so I'm just gonna go right here in the game. I'm gonna start a game of Ukraine, just so you guys can learn this. This helps a lot. Alright, this is a little tip. So, there is actually a way to tell if it's Ukraine, which is the license plates. And it's actually extremely easy. Okay. So, let's see here. Have it? Yeah, okay. So due to the recent war in Ukraine, and we've all seen the Ukraine flag, a way to tell that if it's Ukraine is right on the license plates, not on big trucks like that, on license plates, you will see the Ukraine flag on the very left, which is pretty helpful. So you'll just see the Ukraine flag on the very left. And one way to tell if it's in the UK, England, Ireland, all that, Wales, is if you see all yellow license plates, it's typically the UK. And real quick, I'm going to try to show you guys the world meta, or the sun meta, which is a way that works about 70% of the time to tell where in the world you are, or not in the world, but in the southern or northern hemisphere. And I think for beginner players, this is going to be really helpful. So obviously, this is America right here. But basically, you see this compass right here, right? And you see this line. This is the northern hemisphere, and this is the southern hemisphere. Now, if you turn north, you can see that these shadows are actually pointing north or northeast or northwest. Doesn't matter if it's pointing north at all. It's typically almost, I would say, if it's pointing dead north, it's always, but if it's northeast or northwest, it's about 80% of the time in the northern hemisphere. So combined with this American flag, that means I know it's somewhere in America, and it helps a lot. So I'm just gonna go North Carolina. One thing I recommend is it's almost always on the California, Texas, or East Coast. I don't know why. North Carolina, I just have a lot of luck with that. Okay, it was Wisconsin, but we got decently close, right country. But I'd say it's pretty helpful. So we'll see here if I can tell. So the shadows are pointing this way. So let's see. That means south. Okay, southeast. So that should mean we are in the southern hemisphere. So for example, I'm just gonna go Brazil. I'm pretty sure it's not in Brazil, but yeah. But as you can see, oh wait, was it? Yeah, it was Brazil. Okay. But as you can see, it was in fact in the southern hemisphere. And if you get the southern hemisphere, it's really helpful because one thing that was really helpful is DRC. And okay, so the African continent, pay attention guys, you can look up Google Street coverage. Ghana, Kenya, and this little area right here are pretty much the only areas in all of South Africa that get any Google Street View coverage. For example, this whole area, like all this, you will never get a Google Street View car in, which is really helpful. And you also will almost never get one in China or Russia. It does happen, but it's pretty unlikely. And one thing I'm going to try to show you, if I can find a sign, is there's a way to tell. So real quick, one thing I'd like to show you guys real quick is Australian pedestrian sign. So Australia has a very specific pedestrian sign, and it's like 2 feet that are walking, and that's pretty cool. So one thing I also want to show you is yellow. Okay. So real quick, we find it. So see these sort of signs, all this, how they, yield, pedestrian, all that stuff. These have to be in either if it's yellow, these kind of signs are yellow, you're in either America, North America, South America, or Australia. And if you get, for example, like the one I just clicked on, like this, where it's white in the middle and right on the outline, that means you're either in Asia, Europe, or Africa. But it's pretty helpful. And see this, how there's yellow on the middle and right on outline? That means that you're either in Norway, Finland, or Sweden. So that really helps out a lot. And those are pretty much the only 3 you'll ever encounter. One thing I recommend searching up for people trying to get into GeoGuessr is look up the type of the stop signs they have in certain countries. So Mexico will say alto, and Chile should say pair, right? And one thing I'd also like to show you real quick is this right here. Let me click on it. This is a Chinese stop sign. You only get this in China, so it's pretty helpful. And it's pretty helpful if you guys want to see more, you can comment. I can send a list of everyone's stop signs. Also, I recommend learning scripts. So, for example, I learned Taiwanese script. And one thing you'll notice about to figure out if it's Thailand, right, is Taiwan. This might be Laos. No, Thailand. Is where is it? This is not Thai script. But Thai should have lots of dots and stuff, which really helps figuring it out. So, like, let me find it. It's hard to find. But you'll notice that, like, here, if I do Thailand, like, writing, let me see if it shows up. Or one thing, yeah, right here. Okay. You'll see how there's lots of swirls and shapes, and how there's dots on lots of these. That means that you're in Thailand. And Japanese script is pretty recognizable. It also could be in Thailand. One thing I recommend, this is really helpful to immediately set up your game, is map of countries that drive on the left. Pardon my bad typing. So as you can see, if it's orange, you drive on the left. So that means you're in either the UK, India, Thailand, Japan, Australia, Malaysia, Indonesia, South Africa. So that can really help, and it's really good. One thing I also recommend is, for the final, I know you can't hear me, is playing country streaks. It'll really help you step up your game and learning Google cars. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. It'd be pretty cool. I went out of a good portion of my day trying to plan this. But yeah, thank you for watching. Just a heads up, next week I will be doing some other games, because I am getting a new computer, so I'll be able to do a lot more stuff with it, and it'll be really fun. So thank you for watching. This is Daniel signing out.